Welcome back to the Tarot Daily, everyone. Today's reading is going to be all about your career in 2021. Okay, there has been some uncertainties with career this year especially, and next year is when everyone is waiting for everything to settle down. To find out more about what is in store for you in 2021, please do pick a pile and look at the description box down below and jump to your timestamp. This is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, and I will see you at your reading. Welcome to your reading, pile 1. For those of you who have picked pile 1, this is your career reading for 2021. First, I'll go through the tarot cards, and then we'll look at your oracle cards. Okay, so we start your reading with strength. Okay, with strength, pile 1, your career in 2021 will start, with this zest. You're going to have the zest for your career. Okay, there's going to be a lot of inspirations. You're going to feel like, you finally, got your groove on, and you can actually pursue the job that you've been having in your mind. If you have a current job right now, I do see that with strength present here, I do see that you're going to feel really in your power when you start 2021. Okay, you're going to feel like, you know what, I can conquer anything that is coming my way. And I do see that you are someone who's very motivated and very career oriented. Okay, you do see your accomplishments in life tied to your job. Okay, not everyone is like that, but you in particular, pile 1, you tie your accomplishment, your value with your job, and that is still amazing. That is amazing. That is just who you are. And yes, I do see you, you might want to start something new and all that in 2021. But looking at the cards that are following you with the 3 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles in reverse, pile 1, I do see that if you're going into collaboration with someone, it is not a good indication here. I do see that collaborating might be something that backfires, or you need to be really careful with who you collaborate with, pile 1. Okay, not everyone has your best interest, and it's not even about whether they have your best interest. It's really just about, the situation. Sometimes you just work with someone and it doesn't work out. And, it's not because they had a bad intention, or it's, sometimes it's just unexplainable. It could be you, it could be them, it could just be the timing that wasn't right. And I do see that, if you do go into collaboration, there you might face some challenges there. And for those of you who are starting your own business, starting something new, I do see that when it comes to your money, right, when it comes to your coin, pile 1, I do see that, it's not a great, timing for your money, right? You may have to really put in a lot of money in this career, this business that you may want to start up. But I do see a bit of financial loss in 2021 when it comes to your career, especially towards the end of 2021. I do see that, you may feel like maybe you invested more than you earned, or, there's this imbalance that, that you wanted more money to come out of it. You may have wanted, more money than what you get, all right? But, that's the thing about businesses, pile 1. It's that what you put in is not always what you get. And, that doesn't mean that it's a failure. It just means that maybe you just need more time to see the fruits of your labor. But at the end of 2021, I do see that you have to be really careful with your finances in 2021. And if you are starting a new business, there is this thing where you really need to be careful about collaboration and new businesses. Even though you're going to be really positive and really good, just be extra careful, pile 1. For the advice cards, I got 2 of Pentacles and 4 of Swords for you, pile 1. And with this, I can tell you that you may feel a bit, overwhelmed. There's a lot of things happening, but the advice for you is that you will be able to juggle all of your responsibilities in 2021, pile one. I do see, she is able to, look at the lady in the picture. She's able to juggle and she's able to really, balance everything out. And I do see that it's going to be a very busy year for you. I don't want you to put all of your eggs in one basket. Please do know that there are going to be other opportunities. Grab the opportunities when you do see them. Okay, I do see that you are busy, but also another advice for you is to rest, pile one. Okay, something else I want you to also remember is that instead of starting something new that might be risky, it's better off to put it for later. You invest or start this thing later on in your life, maybe another year or so, and rest. Okay, some things don't have to be started right away, especially when you have that gut feeling and you feel really unsure. Should I start this now? Is 2021 the right opportunity to do this? Do I have enough finances? And if I get a financial loss, am I able to handle it, right? With that, I do say that, with all your cards being shown, some of your plans, you can put it aside first, maybe in 2022, further down in your life, that's when you can actually pursue some things that you want. Okay, but I do see that you're going to be busy, and also remember to rest. And just get your priorities right. Okay, what needs attention? What needs attention, pile one? That's the question for you. Which one will be lucrative in all the options that are given and present for you? Which option is going to be lucrative? I want you to actually think about that and know that things that might not be lucrative or risky business, put that away first. That's what I do see. In 2021, we are all either going in or coming out of, recession, and all these things that are going to be a financial cutback, for the government, for the world as a whole. So because of that, I do see that, investing in something, a big thing, putting a lot of your money in one basket is not going to be of value right here for next year. Okay, I do see though, you're going to be hustling, right? You're going to be doing this and that, but the things that you're not going to get burnt out. Okay, so in order not to get burnt out, please rest, and also, of course, consider which swords you want to keep, which swords you want to use. Right, that's what the Four of Swords is about. It's about rest, taking a break. It's okay to take a break. It doesn't mean that your dreams are all just going to go down the drain, pile one. It just means that, now is not the time. Not yet. Let's be more stable. Let's get more grounded and stable first. All right. And I'm going to go into your oracle cards now, pile one. For the first oracle card that we have here, the question that I asked during premeditation with these oracle cards are, what energy should you be in? What energy should you sit in for 2021? And we got teacher, all right, ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Okay, some of you may be teachers and some of you may not be teachers. Some of you may not even be in the field of education. But with teacher, I do see that, communication is key, pile one. I do see that whatever you are doing, right? Communication, and you're going to use your skill, whatever you're trained in, whatever you have been trained in, and whatever you've been working through. I do see that your skill, your knowledge, and your wisdom in this subject is going to be what you thrive in. So if there's anyone watching this who is maybe in the field of finance, okay, maybe if you're in the field of finance and you're thinking of quitting and maybe joining media or cinematography or something like that, I do see that instead of making the jump, you should focus on the skill that you're trained in. So, you should focus on finance if that's what you're trained in. If you're a teacher and you want to quit and join something else, I do see that 2021 might not be the year for you to do that yet. Your skill that you're trained in is what is going to, make you thrive. Or if you're going to make the jump, and if you're, what, I really just want to go after what I want to do. If you're going to do that, use your communication, use your knowledge, use your skill. You do have to equip yourself with the skills that you want in order to pursue your business or whatever it is that you are intending to pursue, pile 1. The next card we have is guide. All right. With guide, we have represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. With guide, pile 1, I do see that, you're not alone. Okay, you're not alone, and you're never alone with everything that you want to do in your life, pile 1. I do see that the divine, God, your angels, whoever you believe in the in the fifth dimension, whoever you believe in is there to guide you, your spirit animal, or anyone that's around in the spiritual realm. They are here to guide you. Okay, the divine is here as a guide. So don't ignore the signs, pile 1. I know that sometimes, some people might not be spiritual. They may not have belief in like the fifth dimension, in spirituality. They may just feel like, what, my life is all my action. I live a life of purpose. And because I live a life of purpose, I don't think that there is the divine, or I don't think that there is divine intervention. But pile 1, I do see that for you especially, okay, I do see that you do have a guide, okay, you do have a spirit guide with you, strongly represented here, and they want you to always, be in tune with your gut, whatever your gut is telling you. If you're going to make that risk, they want you to really listen and ask you to take the time. Don't rush into anything. Take a rest, take the time, and really listen to your gut and feel like, okay, should I do this or should I not? What should I do? Should I collaborate with this person, or should I skip this opportunity and collaborate with someone else? Am I taking on too much roles for this year? Or am I not taking enough? The energy that you should step into in 2021, pile 1, is communication, the teacher. Use what you learned to your advantage, and the guide. Always believe in your spirit guides and your divine, and always know that whatever I do in my life, whatever actions that I take, it's guided. It's really beautifully guided. It's all divine intervention. Okay, pile 1. For your next oracle card, we have here a very favorable card, pile 1, and that is the 10th house and the world. This corresponds to the 10th house, the world, and also the tarot world card, and that is one of the most favorable cards in the deck for the tarot. With the world, I do see that pile 1, it's all about wanting to conquer the world in 2021. But I do see that, you do need to look at everything as a big picture instead of seeing small details. I do see that if there was a financial loss, or if there was a job opportunity lost, right? I do want you to look at the big picture. Okay, focus on the big picture, because, the world is all about the big picture. And I do see that there's a lot of power in you. You are someone who might meet influential people next year, especially a man. Okay, take what resonates, all right? You might meet a man in power, or someone influential that might help you with your career. Okay, this person might be a Capricorn. Take what resonates, it doesn't have to be, but I do see that this person, he's going to help you. Okay, this person is going to help you with your career advancement, with strength and power. You're just someone who's just unstoppable. But even unstoppable people, pile 1, they do have to take a break and rest sometimes, and they do have to decide when they want to jump into a career. Not just because you're very powerful and unstoppable, you think that you can do anything at any time that you want. So everything has to be calculated, a calculated move. Don't expect overnight success in what you're doing. It's easy to feel like I put in so much work and where is my success? For this pile, I do see that you will reap what you sow, but it's going to take some time. It's not going to be one of overnight success. It's all about hard work, measured time, endurance, just really working with the right people, diligence, and being very efficient but also methodical. Going to be successful, that is definitely indicated here, pile 1. You are going to be successful, but 2021 might be the year that you cut your losses and all that. Okay, pile 1. Okay, I'm going to pull one more oracle card for you to end off your reading as to how your career is going to be like in 2021. I'm going to do live shuffling. Okay, we got 2 cards. The first card that we have here is meditate and contemplate. So pile 1, like I said before, it's all about meditation and contemplation of whether you want to take the next step in your career, pile 1. All right, do not jump into the next best thing, or do not jump into something like a quick change in career. Be cautious and really just think about it, meditate on it, and see if that's going to be a wise decision for you to do. And with the next card we have here is a new start is coming. And I do understand that, some of you may feel like you just don't want to be in this current field anymore, and you're just ready for a new start. And don't worry, it is coming. It's just may not be coming as fast or as quick as you would like it to. And that is all right too. We all move at our own pace. It's always, the right time. Okay, the right time, you are going to reap what you sow. And with that, we've come to the end of your reading, pile 1. Thank you for clicking this video, and it has been my pleasure to read for you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below on what resonated with you and what you liked in the reading, or suggestions for my next video. Please do follow me on Instagram at the Tarot Daily and subscribe to this channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next reading. Welcome to your reading, pile 2. I would just like to say that first I will go on to talk about your career in 2021 with the tarot cards, and then I'll go on to look at the oracle cards, and we're going to discuss what we see for your 2021. All right, starting off the year, pile 2, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. I do see that starting at the start of 2021, you may find that you're going to have a lot of things to do. You're going to feel very overwhelmed. You might be overwhelmed with the work that has to be done, okay? But the thing is that with the Queen of Wands, she is strength. She is a strong lady, a strong career woman. She's able to do everything well. And but then I do see that, things might get a bit busy, and you might feel like, wow, there's just a lot going on. And the thing to remember, pile 2, is to not be snappy at people, okay? You might feel like you have a lot of responsibilities, and you might feel like you just do not have time for, personal relationships. You might just feel very overwhelmed with everything, and you might get snappy with the people around you, the people close to you. Just a reminder to be, respectful to your loved ones and even to your colleagues. And, just know that, yes, everyone gets exhausted, everyone gets annoyed sometimes at work, frustrated, but always keep your frustration in check, pile 2. Okay, I do see a busy year, busy start to the year, okay, but I do see that it's nothing that you can't handle, pile 2. And I also do see that you may be starting something new. You may still be learning about something. With the Page of Swords, I do see that, this job that you're going to be in 2021, or your current job, it's going to be something new that you have to learn, and you're going to be a student in this field, okay? You're going to be a student in what you have to learn in your current job, or something totally new. If you're starting a new job, I do see you as an apprentice, someone that has a lot to learn. And I also do see that there's this sense where you feel like you're really lonely at work. Towards the end of the year, I feel like you may feel like, in order to get where you want to go in your career, you do have to work alone. Some of you are people who actually love to work alone instead of groups. Some of you do not like collaboration. I do see that here, and because of that, you may feel this loneliness because of working in somewhere new, or in something new. Okay, I do see that because you're starting something new, you feel this loneliness. Or even if, let's say, if you are unemployed or you're self-employed, right? I do see this loneliness that you will be feeling. Okay, new things being learned and loneliness. But in general, for pile 2, you saw the tower, right? The tower is the card all about changes, bad things or old things falling apart so that new things can be brought into this world, into your world, in your career. I also do see that you need to actually grab the opportunities that are coming your way. As an advice card, I got the Knight of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Tower. What I do see in the Knight of Swords pile 2 is that you guys really need to rush into opportunities that are present. If you don't, you're going to feel left out in the cold. If you don't, there's the repetition of 5-5, and both cards are of people who are very sad, people who have lost opportunities. So pile 2, if you don't grab the opportunity as they present themselves, you are going to live to regret it. You are going to live to regret it. And and if you see, even though she has 2 cups, she spilled 3 cups. It's not the end of the world for her, but still, she's going to be mourning. And because of that, pile 2, a very important thing, a very important message: do not give up a chance that you could excel in. Okay, do not give up an opportunity, pile 2, because I do see that if you miss it, it's going to be really unfortunate. And if you miss it, it's going to be unfortunate, and there's going to be major changes that you might not actually enjoy. There might be major changes that really is going to shake up your world, shake up your career life. And we don't really want that, right? We don't really want that. So I do see that you're going to learn new things, and yeah, sometimes it's lonely, but it's okay. You turn to your friends, your family when things are getting rough, things are getting heavy for you. Pile 2, multiple opportunities coming your way, and it's really, really, really wise for you to use them. Okay, do not think that you're going to put them off. Like, unlike my pile 1, where the advice was to put the opportunities off and wait, pile 2, you are the bunch that gotta grab it. Grab it before it's too late. That's the message for you. If not, you're going to live to regret it. It's going to be a painful, big change in your life. And, not everyone wants that. It's really one of those life-changing moments here with the Tower. I do see that, but, that is in case you miss the opportunity, right? And we always remember, pile 2, no matter how busy you get, no matter how tense everything is, always remember to show love and be the source of love in this life, to your family, to your friends, to your colleagues, to anyone you meet. Just remember that you are an amazing person, woman or man, you're an amazing person. And if you're a feminine at work, some feminines, we do have to take the role of the masculine. We do have to sit in our masculine energy just to be successful. And the thing is that once you leave work, you have to come back and be your feminine self again, reunite with your feminine energy again, and not just abandon it just because this is a cutthroat world, or I have to be in this masculine energy all the time in order to do well at work. And that is not the case. I am a firm believer that we do not have to all adopt masculine energy in order to do well. It's one of the most important things. I think we as women should know that that it does not mean that I have to be in this masculine power to do well, because in your feminine power, which is amazingly strong, you can do well as well. And if you are a man watching this, just know to treat, people kindly at work, no matter how frustrating people are, and definitely grab the opportunity. Be quick and swift in grabbing an opportunity that will be coming your way in 2021. All right, I do have some oracle cards for you, pile 2. We're going to look at the oracle cards that we have. First card that we have is this card, the 4th house, roots. What did I say, pile 2? Okay, roots is to do with home, family. All right, pile 2, I do see that when things get lonely, when things get, really sad and lonely, please turn to your family, your friends, your foundation, people that you call family, people that you call friends, right? Some of us, not everyone is fortunate, to have their family with them, or, family support. But pile 2, I do see that, for you guys need to call whoever that you consider as family in this lifetime. Rely on them if things get, if you feel really lonely, you feel like, there was a setback in your career life, or, there's a setback and you just want to rely on someone. I do see that, family could be the people that you rely on, family or friends. And I do see that if you are working, it could be taking on a family business, going back to roots or childhood, or your childhood dream. If you have a childhood dream job, that could be something that you want to pursue as well. Okay, I do see childhood and family, and real estate as well, pile 2. If you are doing real estate, I do see that, it's a sign that is the right job for you for 2021, real estate. Or I do see that some of you might be trying to invest in a house, trying to buy a home, or, trying to settle down somewhere, especially when it comes to, buying a house, buying a home. I do see that, okay? I do see that for 2021 as a green light, okay? Buying a home or in real estate, right? These two comes up strongly. Childhood dreams, and relying on your family when things get difficult for you, or if things are just getting out of hand and you feel like you need support. That is where you have your family, they are the ones that are going to help you. And we also do have these cards as to, the energies that you should take on for next year. Here we have the Artist in reverse, and we have Vampire in reverse. Okay, we're going to look at the Vampire first, the shadow attributes. Okay, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. All right, pile 2, I do see that, next year you may feel very, you may feel like things when things get difficult, especially when you get really busy and you feel so lonely and learning new things or whatever that's happening with your career, I do see that, you might feel like you want to complain, and, you might feel a bit codependent on people. But it's just warning you against, negative energy, pile 2, okay? Just be very aware of your negative energy, because this feeling of being left out in the cold, this feeling of feeling like you just want to complain, and everything is not going your way, and you feel really just like you need someone to rely on. What I do see is that this is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more negative you are, the more negative energy you're going to attract into your career life, and you're just going to feel worse and worse, okay, pile 2. So I want you to be very mindful of the kind of mindset you have and the energy that you take into your job, and the energy that you are always absorbing into yourself, pile 2. I do want you to be the light, okay? Give out the light, give out the love, give out positivity, and try to see yourself as someone who is strong. There's a message for you to be very mindful about your mindset at work. Your complaining and your codependency might just make you feel worse than better, okay? And with the card Artist in reverse, I do see that, using your talent as an excuse to mistreat others, or posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. All right, some of you might be in the creative field over here with the artist, but I also do see that, things might not have been going your way, or things might not go your way in 2021. But when they do not go your way, do not feel bad. I do see self-pity being a strong thing here. Okay, just remember, you are not the victim of your circumstance. Okay, you are the survivor of your circumstance, pile 2. Even if there are setbacks, pile 2, I don't want you to just sit in your self-pitying energy and complain and talk about how everyone else is living their dream job except for you, etc. Right, pile 2? I just want you to be more strong and know that even if you're in a creative field, even if you're an artist, there's always opportunities for you. Okay, it might not be in 2021, it might be in 2022, but the thing is that in next year I do really see a good opportunity for you, and I do wish you the best, in order to get, in order to identify and take up this opportunity, pile 2. Okay, just know that even if there's setbacks, doesn't mean it's the end of the world. I do believe that positive mindset is everything when it comes to work, relationships, everything in life, can be survived if you have a positive mindset. Okay, it's not no, it's not yet, it's not I did not achieve it, it's I haven't achieved it yet, the growth mindset, pile 2. All right, I'm going to end your reading off with a message for your career, pile 2. All right, pile 2, the card that we have here to end this reading is communication is key. So pile 2, what I do see here is that, communication is key in your job. Okay, whichever job you're starting, if things are getting overwhelming, communication is key. And also, to do with your family, to do with people that you're relying on, your roots, communication is key. You might feel like next year, 2021, that that you might feel like there's just not enough people to speak to, but actually you're more than enough people to rely on, pile 2. And I do see that with communication is key, you really need to hone your skills in speaking to others. Be very mindful of your words. You might come off wrongly than you intended, so use your words to your advantage, pile 2. Speak things into existence. Positivity and communication. I want you to only communicate with yourself positively. Tell yourself, give yourself positive self-affirmations every day, like, I am living a life of success. I am living a life of abundance. Communicating with yourself is as important as communicating with others. So the words that you tell yourself is key, pile 2. Okay, I'll just pull one last card for you to end this reading. All right. And we are going to end this reading with your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, pile 2, whatever you're dreaming of, if you're in the artist field or in real estate, or whatever that you're doing, pile 2, just know that your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, success is not going to be overnight, or that you just dream and you're going to get it. You do have to take actions. You do have to grab the right opportunity at the right time. It's not going to just magically fall onto your lap, pile 2. With that, I'll be ending my reading for today. Thank you, pile 2, for listening to this reading, and I'm grateful that I got the chance to read for you. Okay, please do subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment down below, if you resonated with this reading, and we can, build this beautiful community. And do follow me on Instagram at the Tarot Daily, and I will see you in my next reading. Thank you. Welcome to your reading, pile 3. Thank you for your patience, and today we're going to talk about your career life in 2021 and what to expect and how you can maybe prepare for it, pile 3. First, we'll go through your tarot cards, and then we'll go on to your oracle cards. So let's jump in. So for pile 3, your 2021, your career, you're going to start off with the Queen of Swords in reverse, Temperance, and then the Ten of Wands. Okay, that's That's what's happening in career. With the Queen of Swords in reverse, pile 3, I do see that some of you may be dealing with people at work that are not particularly friendly or are not particularly team players. I do see there may be a female figure at work who is not, making your life a walk in the park at work. Could be someone very assertive, very authoritative, and you may feel like you're under this pressure because of this person, pile 3. And I do see that if it's not that if there is not someone at your workplace like that, which I strongly feel there is going to be, or there already is, okay, I do see that this person might really push you to the limit, okay? And if it's not that, it could be your energy, pile 3. You may feel like you are very aggressive at work, and you may feel very like you're not really yourself because you have to step into this very assertive, aggressive role and this ruthless role, and you may feel like this job is kind of pushing you to this extent of someone that you are not in your daily life, someone who's just has to be really harsh, and that might not be you, pile 3. Okay, if it's not you, I'm talking about someone at work, an older woman, okay, an older woman or a man, who has this energy, this very assertive energy, and they are not exactly, easy to work with, if you know what I mean, pile 3. And I do see that in the middle of the year next year, I do see an imbalance, okay? This imbalance of who you are at work and who you are out of work, you will start to see that it really is putting you in an imbalanced state, It's making you feel very ungrounded, very like you just are not yourself. You feel kind of emotional. You feel like there is this tug between your mind and your heart, and you just don't feel good. There's just this imbalance in you, and there is also this impatience. It's this job that you are currently in, pile 3. It's kind of getting a bit much for you. I do see that your workload is going to be increasing as the year goes next year, and I do see that it is going to get unbearable. But the thing is that I see the 10 is completion. I do see that once it gets really to the point of unbearable, right, it does get better from there, pile 3. It does get better, but I just want you to know that if you feel this, you can't sit in this imbalanced energy and this Queen of Swords energy for very long, pile 3. I do see that it's gonna take a toll on you, physically or mentally, if you're going to have to sit in such a role, such an energy. It's a very unsettling energy. It's a very imbalanced and unsettling energy, pile 3. Okay, and I do also see that something wants to end in your life. There's an ending that wants to happen, but you are fighting for it, not to happen. But I do see that if you let this thing end, it could be your career, it could be your current career. You might be holding on to it very tightly, but I do see that if you let this end, if you let this go, I do see that your mental health will improve by a lot, pile 3. There's something at your job, pile 3, that wants to end, okay? It could be a position that your time has ended, or just the job itself, but you're not letting it go, and you're fighting the end of it. That's why there's a lot of mental disturbances, this maybe depression and feeling really unhappy at your job, this overwhelming feeling. And pile 3, I want you to know that once you stop fighting the end of something, it could even be a partnership at work, right? Once you stop fighting the end of that, it's when you're going to feel this mental relief. You're going to feel this stress lifting off of you. You're going to feel like, you know what, like life is not as bad, or as and it's much more manageable than I thought that it was going to be. I do see that with letting something go, It's when you find your happiness. With letting something go, it could be a mindset, it could be a colleague, it could be a job scope, it could be the job itself. Okay, with letting something go, you are going to find your happiness. You are going to, feel much, much better. Okay, pile three, we're going to look at your oracle cards and let's see what do we have in store for you. Right, the first card we have is the air element communicating, and we have Gemini, I think. Okay, looking at these two cards, pile three, these two cards are very similar in nature, which is very fascinating because I do see this message being repeated in all three piles. Communication is repeated in all three piles. So pile three, for you, it's all about thinking. It's all about being logical, making logical decisions at work in 2021, pile three. I do see that when it comes to the phrase, if you've heard the phrase, speak it into existence, pile three, you have to think it into existence. I do see that your monitor your thoughts is a message that is coming up strongly. I do see that monitoring your thoughts is something very important for you to do because when you have negative thoughts, you're going to have negative reality. And when you have positive thoughts, your reality is going to reflect your thoughts. And pile three, with I think Gemini energy and the air element is known for making logical decisions, following your head instead of your feelings. It's all about thoughts and less about feelings. Pile three, I do see that, sometimes you're going to get overwhelmed at your job, but you have to realize that, am I being overly emotional, or am I using my logic? Because when you use your logic and this doesn't make sense, this job doesn't make sense, then you gotta, you shouldn't be fighting it, right? It's all about thoughts, it's not about feelings, right? Sometimes we have to evaluate if we are just feeling something or we are also thinking that this is not going to work. Okay, if you're thinking that it's not going to work, then it's not going to work, and I would suggest moving along, to what is going to work, and making really calculated, logical decisions. Pile three. So with the air element, I also do see that you're manifesting everything that you want next year using your gift of speech, your throat chakra. You are actually manifesting everything you want with your speech and your thought. The gift of gab is something that you should hone, okay? It's something that you should hone, and you will be given that gift next year. But of course, pile three, it's for you to really determine if, sticking by this environment is healthy for you mentally. Is this going to fulfill you? If it's not, then make logical decisions to move away from it. If it is, then I would suggest, you honing your communication skills and your logical decision making skills to excel in whatever you're doing, pile three. Okay, we also do have the cards Child Magical, okay, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Again, we do have positive thinking as a reoccurring theme here. Okay, you need to believe that no matter where you are in life, if you leave this job or if you leave this position or whatever it is that you're leaving behind, you should have this magic in your heart and your soul that you could do whatever you want to do. Okay, whatever you touch is going to turn to gold, and that is something that I think you should really believe in. You should believe that possibilities are endless. This job is not the only thing that's going to give you happiness. This job is not the only choice that you have, pile three. And with this card, Rebel, okay, challenges authority to effect social change, reject spiritual systems that do not serve inner need. With this card, I do see that pile three, it's time for you to step up to authority. If there is an older person at your work or there is someone misusing their authority, pile three, I think that it's time for you next year to step up and speak to them firmly but respectfully that, the way that they have been treating you is not right, and you need to stand up for yourself. Pile 3, next year will be the year you stand up for yourself. And with Rebel, I also do see that, society might make you feel like, you shouldn't be quitting your job. This is such an uncertain time. What are you trying to do? Do you want to actually quit and, maybe quit an office job to be a hairdresser or something like that? Something that society might look at it and be like, are you sure about that? But with Rebel, I do see here, follow your heart, follow your mind, okay? More than your heart, follow your mind. Do you feel that that's the job for you? Follow it, okay? No matter what others say, no matter what society deems as normal, or no matter what society deems as ideal, pile 3, I want you to know that next year you have to step into this energy of being a rebel, okay, and of believing in endless possibilities. All right, I'm going to end your reading with a card from the universe. All right, let's see. It's all about ending cycles for you, pile 3. Okay, let's see what we have. All right, the energy is gaining momentum. With this card, pile 3, it really highlights to me that the tension of this job has been building. Okay, this energy for change is building. Okay, and if it's something that you've been unhappy with, carrying a lot of burdens of, what I do see here in your reading is that this energy is going to get so big that you cannot ignore it next year, pile 3. I do see that, it's going to be something that you really can't ignore. You have to end something that wants to end. No matter what, the universe is going to give you that message louder and as clearly as possible. The more you resist it, leave what does not serve you behind. Go forth and you will get what you deserve, and it will be amazing. Thank you for listening to this reading, pile 3, and it has been my blessing to read for you today. Please do subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment down below if you resonated with this reading, and follow me on Instagram at The Tarot Daily, and I will see you in my next reading.